Hello everyone, welcome to the 38th tutorial in the series of Complete Guide to React.js. In this tutorial, we are going to examine the mounting stage in component lifecycle. And we are also going to see what are all the methods that we have at the time of mounting stage, which is inbuilt in React.js. And we are also going to see the order or ranking of those methods as well. So let me go into the Visio code. And in Visio code, I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to name the new folder as component lifecycle. And inside this folder, I'm going to create a new file and going to name the file as parent component. And I'm going to use a code snippet called RCC to create a class components. And inside this class component, I'm going to mention my name and I'm going to save it. And in app.js, what I am going to do is I am going to import the parent component whichever I have created a moment before. So once saving it, I'm going to the browser and verify whether the component has been added properly in the app.js or not. So going to see the browser, it displays the name welcome Satish, which I have mentioned in the parent component. So getting into the parent component file which we have created, in this what I am going to do is at first I am going to create a constructor and inside that I am going to put a console log informations. So I am going to mention a constructor. So for that the code snippet is con, and inside this I am going to mention console.log. I am inside the constructor like that. So this is the message that we are expecting, that should be higher in order, and hence I am using the console.log to display this message in the console. So thereby we can verify the order of the components. And in the next method that we have is get derived from state from props. And inside this you have to pass two parameters. One is state and another one is props. Make sure that this method should be static. If you are not mentioning static in front, it won't work. And over here I am also going to mention console.log. I am going to mention a message saying that I have been called from get derived state. So one more thing that you have to keep note, like when you are using get derived state from props, is you have to return a state object. So right now we are not manipulating anything with the state objects, and hence I am returning null over here. And after this, the other component that we have is the render method. So inside the render method, I am just going to write a console message saying that I have been called from the render. Save it. Getting into the last method that present in the mounting stage, which is nothing but the component did mount. In the component did mount, you have to mention console.log. I am inside the component did mount. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to take a look at the browser and see what is happening. The welcome Satish, that particular message is being displayed. I'm going to inspect the console. Inside the console, you will see like all the messages that we have written, right? That particular thing in hierarchy, what is getting displayed, I'm going to show you right now. Inside this, you can see that at first it comes to the constructor, and second ranking is the get derived state. It displays the message from the get derived state, and the third is the render, and the final one is the component did mount. So you can also see a message saying that there was an error. It says that the get derived state from props is not having any state over here. As mentioned in the previous tutorial, the get derived state from props is used only when you are rendering a properties, and in that property you are doing some modification and assigning that to the state value. So this is the place, only at this particular place you have to use the get derived state from props. So right now what it is complaining is, it is complaining you are using get derived state, but I don't have any state object that has been initialized over here. So for that, what I am going to do is I am going to create a state and define the same. State equal to some object. Going to name it as my name, and inside div, instead of welcome over here, I am going to close it, open and close it, and inside this I am going to mention this dot state dot name, right? Going to save it. Let me take a look at the browser. So over here the error vanishes, and you can also take a look at the order of the methods in mounting stage is got loaded. So we have also seen in the previous tutorial theoretically that the component did mount is the one that would be rendered only after all its child components inside the render method is completed or it got rendered, right? So we will verify that in this tutorial itself. So right now what I am going to do is I am going to create another component, and I am going to name it as child components over here. And inside child components, I am going to copy all the contents that I have created over here, and I am going to place it. And instead of the parent component, I am going to mention it is a child component. And this child component, I need to import that into the parent component as well, right? So I'll be using an import method over here. Child from dot slash child component dot j components. So you don't have to mention .js over here, because React knows that whenever there is something is not mentioned anything, it would assume that it is a JS or JSX file. So before this welcome message, I'm going to mention the child component that I have imported. Save it, and let me take a look at the browser. I have the another message that came from the child element. We will take a look at the hierarchy which we have very much interested in. At first, it says that it is from the constructor, that is from the parent component. Second is the derived state, which is from the child component. Third one is the render, which is from the parent component itself. And fourth one, you see, it is from the child component rather than the parent component. So in the child component, you find that the constructor was there, and the second message is from the derived state, third from the render, and fourth one, component did mount from its child component, and then later you can able to see the component did mount from the parent component. So this is how the hierarchy works. So the child component would be rendered first, and then only all the component did mount contents would be displayed in the parent components. So irrespective of whether it is having a component did mount or not, the child component should be fully executed, and then only the parent component's component did mount would get populated. So this would be quite useful if you are working in the React.js world where there might some error occur and you have to find at which stage the error had occurred. So these life cycles would be very useful over there, and you can also examine where at which particular point the error is coming from the applications. So that's it from this tutorial. Please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in next tutorial.